What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope all you're having a great day so far today. Hope y'all had a great weekend. Getting into this episode of GH, listen, I totally understand where Chase is coming from. And he made it abundantly clear to BLQ, like, I don't hate you. It's just he don't want to work with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, he feels like, no, too much has been said, too much has been done. He would literally take any other job right now, as long as he's not tethered to her pretty much. Like, he just wants to do, focus on being a cop again, do what he got to do. He don't want no involvement with her. I get where he coming from. Like, he don't hate her, but it doesn't diminish what she did. You know what I'm saying? Like, being a cop is his passion. You don't mess with nobody's passion. So I totally understand why he's still upset with her, even if she is trying to fix it. But for me, I feel like he should take the performance, the gingerbread jam or whatever they call it. I think he should still do it because he was supposed to perform with Blaze the next day. And I feel like that could be his last performance. It should be his last performance because I feel like he still had a obligation. He still had a commitment. He still told everybody, he told that girl, I'm going to perform this song with you. I think he still should. You committed yourself to it. Be a man of your word and get it done. And I do agree with BLQ that, this could be good for him financially until he can get his job back in the PCPD or figure out his career as a cop. You can make some good money off the royalty. So I do agree with that. I feel like he should just go ahead and do that and record the record. Let that be it. You know what I mean? Because you still had obligations. At least close out your obligations first. Once those are done, the one that you already committed yourself to before the big blow up with BLQ, handle that. Get that out the way, make your money, you know what I'm saying, and then be done with it. But BLQ said, you know what, fine. She was like, I'll just draft up the paperwork so we could officially end our business relationship. I still feel like he should work out the rest of his obligations, though, because that's money, that good money I'm sure he leaving on the table. I mean, go back and handle that. Because I do agree. I mean, whatever issues he got with BLQ, don't take that on Blaze, because Blaze was such a sweet girl, and I hate the fact that she got to deal with a sleaze like Link. So hopefully Chase changes his mind and comes through for her. At least do it for Blaze. You know what I'm saying? She don't deserve this, to be caught up in the middle of him and BLQ squabble. Don't take that out on her now, because she was all set to do this record. So anyway, moving on from that, Michael and Willow are at the doctor and whatnot. They're about to learn the sex of their baby. Michael pretty much told Willow, listen, we could push this off for another date. And I'm like, why? Like, what are you pushing it back for? Like, because I guess in light of everything Drew just told her about her biological mother and whatnot, overdosing, so they think. So she's still worried that she could leave this child motherless or whatever and stuff like that. And my thing is, well, you should have shoulda, woulda, coulda, but you should have did what the doctors informed you to do in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? You should have not delayed treatment. I'm just saying, like, you put yourself in a worse situation by doing that. Now you're against the gun now. Now you're under the gun. You're against the clock now. Hoping that you can find somebody in time to save your behind. You know what I mean? That's why you got sometimes listen to these doctors. Not all the time, because some of these doctors be tripping. I'm just saying. I go to doctors and stuff. They be like, this is wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with me. All the stuff that you claim is wrong with me, I didn't have not near a symptom of what you talking about. And that was a year ago, and I feel perfectly fine. Ain't nothing progressed, ain't nothing advanced. And with stuff that they were saying that I had, it would have advanced by now. And none of it has advanced. So I'm like, yeah, you tripping. And we even reran the test, and they were wrong. I said, of course. They don't know what they talking about. So they decided to start, trying to look for photos of Joan and stuff like that, see if they can find anything. Because Will always wondered, like, what her biological mother was like. Like, does she look like her? Do they laugh the same? Like little stuff like that and whatnot. I'm like, girl, if you only knew. If you only knew. So anyway, they learned the sex of the baby. Apparently it's a baby girl. Aw, kudos to you. Who cares? Not to be cruel, but it's just like, do we need another damn baby? Like, I'm just saying, like, y'all do a baby every year. Good Lord. Like, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 babies a year. I'm like, listen, I'm babied out. Like, I would be so happy if GH just went a year or two without a new child. I would just be thrilled. Like, I know the maternity ward GH got to be just busy. You know what I'm saying? Just full and busy. I'm just saying, it's just too many children every year. I'm like, just cut that shit out. So anyway, moving on from that, here go Nicholas with his shenanigans. Sitting here accosting Liz at the nurse's station, wondering if she gonna turn his little simple ass over. Speaking of Nicholas, y'all know the rumors them turned out to be true that Marcus Coloma is officially out as Nicholas. I said, now what the fuck? I've been hearing about these rumors for weeks, and now they finally confirmed it. Well, Daytime Confidential confirmed that he was out, and reportedly he declined when he found out that he was fired. He refused or declined to film his final scenes or whatever. Let me tell y'all, I don't know the details of his termination, why, when, what. I don't know why it happened or for what, whatever going on. I don't know. But if I was him, I don't blame him. I mean, if you gonna fire me, you think I'm still about to do some work? No. Nope. You just gonna have to find some generic ass way to write me off or whatever the case. Whatever my last scene was that I filmed, that's gonna be my last scene. That's the final for me. I'm not about to film some ending for me. I'm not about to do that. So y'all could work around that. Like, I'm just saying, that's what I would do. I don't blame him. Forget that. You fire me. Listen, I'm leaving a lot that day. I'm leaving right now. As soon as you tell me I'm terminated, I'm out. I don't know what's going on with that situation. Hopefully we find out some more about what's going on, like what led to it, what's going on, who, like, what they're going to do with Nicholas. I don't know, but you know, hopefully Marcus Coloma, he finds some other roles. I wish him well. So anyway, moving on from that. Yeah, so Nicholas pretty much wanted to know if Liz was going to turn his ass in or whatever to the cops. Liz, at this point, she can't. Because if she turned Nicholas over, she might as well turn herself over. Like, they got to clean up this mess at this point. Because it's too much done gone down. It's too many criminal charges they be looking at. So now they got to figure out a plan about what they're going to do about this fake baby that they created, or Liz created. So now she got to figure out how to spin that. She got to go along with the lie because she feels like, okay, if we turn this in now, then I'll be leaving my boys and going to prison next to your ass. I mean, it is true. I mean, you're going to tell a lie this big, you might as well keep it going, I guess. So Nicholas keep promising her that, Esme going to go to Cassadine Island. She going to live the lap of luxury for the rest of her life. I wouldn't trust that shit. I wouldn't trust nothing Nicholas talking about. I really wouldn't if I was Liz. That's why I said before, Liz is going to have to figure out a way to clean all this up, because you cannot put all your trust in Nicholas at this point. Nicholas, his actions have led to all of this going to hell in a handbasket. So Liz got to be creative and find a way to clean all this mess up. You know what I'm saying? Like, to make sure. And at this point, I wouldn't give a damn what happens to Nicholas if I was her. I would not care. My sole focus if I was her is to keep my own ass out of prison. To hell with him. I'll figure out a way to keep myself out. That's why I said she need to call Scott, tell him everything under attorney-client privilege, what has gone on, so he can best advise her on what to do. You know what I'm saying? So that way they can get ahead of this. That's why I don't understand why all these people got attorneys for relatives or friends if you're not going to call them and clue them in on what's going on, so that way they know how to devise a plan before this shit becomes public. Because once it becomes public now and you get arrested, they got to scramble to figure out a damn defense for your ass. You know what I mean? Like, no, let them get ahead of this now before shit hits the fan. So that's what Liz need to do. Like, get ahead of this now, because I would not put all my faith in dumb Nicholas. Like, just no. Hell no. Nope. He will have you in Rikers by morning fucking around with him. No. That's just not somebody I would just do business with in any capacity. Just no. So anyway, Alexis and Drew ended up meeting up and stuff like that. And he brings her up to speed on the whole Willow situation with her biological parents, him looking into it, and that's why Alexis called him, because she had a reporter do some digging her, themselves over at the Invader. And she was like, there's been no reports of a drug overdose during that time in any flop house. You know what I'm saying? So she was like, either Joan wasn't her real name, or maybe the biological mother could still be alive. That's how, that's the conclusion Drew came to. So they figure it's just been a lot of lies being told about this, because a lot ain't adding up with that story Denise was telling. And that's when surprisingly Phyllis came out the attic to do some work. We haven't seen Phyllis in God knows how long. And she was over there eavesdropping on their conversation and stuff like that, ear hustling. And she reminded them that she used to work with Phyllis. Not Phyllis, but she used to work with Harmony back in the day at Crichton Clark. And she reminded them of that, and she was like, even back then, Harmony wasn't always, super honest about stuff. She was a lie back then. But my whole thing is, don't Phyllis know something about the whole biological parent thing? Like, wouldn't Phyllis know something about that? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I would think she would. So Drew ended up confronting Denise about it. And Denise was trying to act all innocent, or, like, I don't know what you're talking about. He, like, trying to act all innocent and stuff like that. Drew was like, your ass been lying to me this entire time. And you've been lying. Because your story sounds identical and stuff to another story that he was told. You know what I mean? It sounds too rehearsed. And there's a lot of holes in that story. And that's just then Carly walked right through the door. I'm like, Carly, you paid that woman too much money for no reason, because that whole story about to blow up in your face. Drew about to figure that shit out. It shouldn't take him too much longer. But then again, some people on some characters got the mind of a rock. You know what I mean? Like, the shit could be staring you in the face and they still wouldn't get it. You could have a whole 4 quarters and they still wouldn't be able to call it. But I'm just saying, it's like, Drew, 1 + 1 = 2. I'm like, clearly she's not telling you the truth about all of this. Like, bust her ass at this point. Like, come on now. So anyway, moving on from that, Nina and Sonny and all them come rushing into the art gallery because they've been looking for Ava all damn night. She ain't never come home. Ain't nobody heard from her. So she told him, she was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm all right. She thanked Sonny and stuff like that. Sonny left. So she started giving Nina the lowdown about what's going on with the whole Liz Nikolas situation. And Ava's still furious. Like, Ava was like, listen, I'm done. She said it's humiliating. She pissed because soon the whole world gonna know that she married some little useless ass man child, which she did. But she was like, she not gonna cry over him no more. That remind me of that Mary J. Blige song. That's what you got to play in the background. Like, when you just going through and you going through a breakup, you just got to play MJB. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna shed no tears. That was the shit back in the day. That's still the shit. Yeah, Mary J. Blige was singing. She was singing. She said, I should have left your ass a long time ago. That's right. And that's what some of y'all need to realize. Whoever y'all, I know I'm speaking to somebody, I don't know who, but if you in a fucked up relationship, you should have left his ass a long time ago. You should have left her ass a long time ago. You should have left their ass 1,000 times. That's what you should have did. I'm just gonna let you know. I know I'm talking to somebody. Don't be scared to raise your hand. I'm talking to one of y'all. Leave their ass alone. When you see red flags, let them go. Don't sit there and try to make excuses for it. Y'all ever seen that reality show, Love After Lockup, when them dummies be dating people that be in jail and stuff and they about to get out? That show's stupid as hell. It's entertaining, but it's stupid. I'm like, listen, I ain't dating nobody that's in lockdown. Hell to the no. You would be a fool. Hell no. I don't give a damn. Ain't enough rehabilitation in the world. Absolutely not. Anyway, moving on from that. Let me get back to this. So, Ava pretty much is in, revenge mode at this point. She don't see nothing but red. You know what I'm saying? Because Nina kept warning her. She was like, listen, don't do something you're going to regret. Ava said, nah, fuck that. Ava said, listen, I'm going to make all them bitches pay. She said, I'm going to make every last one of them pay. They going to get it. I said, oh, Lord. I love when this Ava comes out because all she see right now is red. All she see is fire. She's just angry, and I don't blame her. But I'm like, Ava, you might want to listen, though. Don't do nothing too drastic now. So, mind you, Liz was leaving the chapel. Ava walked up in there, closed that door, said, She said, no, you ain't going nowhere. Where you think you going? Nope, you going, you're not leaving. I'm like, Ava, Miss Ava, I love you. I want to see you get revenge. But, Miss Madam, you are in a chapel. So I'm going to need you to, not disrespect the house of the Lord where they worship. I'm gonna need you to walk on out that chapel, take Elizabeth out that chapel. And then, once y'all get out the chapel and close the door, then you can do what you please with her, but just make sure that you hit her in the body or the legs or something like that. You don't want to hit her in the face because, then the cop's gonna be sitting there taking pictures and you gonna have an assault charge. You don't want to do that. And also be mindful of the cameras now in the hospital because you want to, take her somewhere where, it's a blind spot and there's no camera that could see you, then you just bop, then you just, do what you got to do. But other than that, take her out the chapel now. You don't want to beat her down in the house of the Lord. You don't want to do that, because then you're going to have to repent. You don't want to do that. I'm just saying, you don't want to do that. Don't. It's not a good look. You don't want, Ava, if you're going to whoop her ass, just don't do it in the house of the Lord. We don't want to do that. So anyway, moving on from that, Carly was over there on the phone with Jax and stuff like that, and they just feel like it's best with everything going on in Port Charles that Jocelyn go stay with him. She go to Australia for a while, go stay with him. Of course, Jocelyn is just like her mother. She said, nope. She not gonna leave because she feel like Trina need her right now, and now is not the time to go. So Carly was like, that's fine because it's not like they can force her. She's an adult now. They can't make her go. So she just told her, like, listen, make sure that you take this threat for real. You know what I'm saying? You don't go nowhere by yourself. You always got somebody with you. Like, you be cautious every time you walk out the door. Even if you're at home, you be a little cautious. You know what I'm saying? Just be visual. You know what I'm saying? And she also warned her about the whole Dex situation, because she told her, like, listen, I done been in your shoes. I know the lure of being with a bad boy. You know what I'm saying? It's appealing. You know what I'm saying? But she knows that she can't talk Jocelyn out of being with Dex. So she ain't got no choice but to, support her in what she want to do. If you want to be with him. But be careful at the same time. She know, like Carly said, she know how it is wanting to be with a bad boy. Hell, she done been there. More times than one. More times than she can count. So she knows how that road, where it can lead, and it's a lot of danger to it. But Jocelyn need to stop stalling when it comes to telling Cameron what's going on, because she keep talking about, oh, we just grew apart. Well, if it's just that simple, why not just tell the boy? I understand a lot has been going on, but you still can take a minute to talk to him and let him know that you felt like you grew apart. You don't need to go behind his back cheating on him, because in my opinion, that's going to make it 10 times worse. If you would have just told him before all this Dex stuff, you know what I'm saying, he might have took it better. But if he find out like you've been canoodling with this dude behind his back and stuff instead of just being real with him, it makes it that much worse, and then y'all mess up y'all friendship. Because the good thing is, when you start dating somebody, you start out as friends. You know what I'm saying? Because I always feel like people need to be friends first before becoming lovers, as you should. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, because if things don't work out, y'all can still rekindle the friendship. Y'all still got that. But I feel like the way she moving and the way she going about things, it's not only going to be the end of their relationship, it could be the end of their friendship when he find out what you've been doing. You know what I'm saying? So is it really worth it? You keep putting it off. It's like, don't do that. Tell that man the truth. So Sonny and Dex show up and stuff like that. And Sonny pretty much at this point was like, listen, I want to assign you a guard. He want to put a guard on Jocelyn. And Jocelyn decided to take it. She was like, fine, I'll take the guard or whatever. Put their mind at ease or whatever she'd do. So, Sonny was like, that's cool. He was like, he'll leave Dex there to look after her until he can find a permanent replacement guard for her. Because they, Jocelyn and Carly were telling her that, telling Sonny that they were meeting up with Michael and Willow to find out the sex of the baby and whatnot. So after Sonny left, he told one of his goons to buy a gender neutral gift or whatever for Michael and Willow, but don't leave a card or whatever. I said that was nice of Sonny, but my whole thing is, if I'm a guard, I'm gonna let him know, like, listen, big dog, I know you the boss, but there's nothing in my job description that say I gotta go baby shopping. Like, I gotta go to Babies R Us or whatever the case, Baby Depot. I ain't gotta do all that, Baby Gap. I ain't gotta do all that stuff. Ain't nothing in my job that says that. I'm just saying, like, it wouldn't be me. I mean, Sonny, you the grandfather. You could take your ass on Amazon, just doot and go buy something with the press of a button. I'm just saying, like, don't be sending me on these little errands. I'm just saying, like, no, give me something else to do. So anyway, Jocelyn with her little dude sitting there copping attitude with Dex. Oh, you don't have to stay. He was like, no, even if I wasn't ordered to stay, I still would have stayed to make sure you're right. She gonna sit there, roll her eyes, and say whatever. I'm like, oh my God. Jocelyn sometimes can be insufferable. I'm just like, are you 18, 19, or are you 14, 15? Like, that's how she acts sometimes. I'm just like, what are you giving him all this attitude for? Like, he didn't do nothing to you. What you giving him attitude for? Whatever. I'm just like, you know what, Dex? Go find you a woman. Cause you I'm just being real. Like he needs a woman. Like a mature woman. You don't need no immature girl. You know what I'm saying? That still need to figure out life. Cause I just feel like Jocelyn is just wet behind the ears. She's not ready for that lifestyle. She's not ready for a man. You know what I'm saying? You ready for a boy. That's what you keep. She need to continue on that path with a boy. Cause her attitude sometimes is just it's just like, yo, am I dealing with a woman or a girl? Like, the fuck, grow up. Like, seriously, all this attitude stuff, rolling of the eyes, I'm just saying, like, I don't know how Dex gonna do it, because that's a handful right there. Like, have you met her mama? Like, it's a damn handful dealing with them damn women, I'm telling you. Even grown women sometimes, I ain't even gonna lie, even dealing with them, it's a damn handful. Oh my God, like, that shit is like a whole nother job. Like, you say something. Well, what's that supposed to mean? Nothing. I ain't say nothing. That's how you gotta do. You gotta hold your hand. Nothing. I ain't say nothing. I'm nothing. Forget it. That's how you gotta do. It's like, damn. You can't do shit. You can't say nothing. They get all offended all quick. Or what you trying to say? I ain't saying a damn word. I ain't say nothing. Nothing. But you know, Dex finally broke her down because he was like, listen, ain't you done putting up this charade that you all right, that you this, that you that? Ain't you exhausted? So she finally broke down in his arms and stuff and cried in his arms and held him, and they held each other and whatnot. I don't know, that whole relationship seemed like it's about to be exhausting. If they do become a couple, I know I'm gonna be tired. Just looking at them when they not a couple is tired. So anyway, moving on from that, Nina went to go visit Phyllis or whatever like that. You know, she was telling her about her and Sonny, how they good and whatnot. Phyllis apparently starting to date again. She got a new man or whatever. You know, she gave him his number, gave him her number or whatever. They've been texting. I said, go ahead, Phyllis. I would care more if we seen her more. I would actually care. But it's like, we got too many people that we don't see. You know, that got storylines just lingering that we don't even see. Where the hell is Christina? I hate how they play peekaboo with her. Like, where is she? Like, we got so many storylines that I think Christina would be perfect for, honestly. I just feel like they need to use her more. I don't know if it's a Lexi thing or if it's a studio. I don't know. But we need to figure that shit out because I want to see more of her. So anyway, that was pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought. And I will see you all later. Have a great night. Peace.